Okay, this is Project Builder 2 for Chapter 8 on page 8-68. First step is to open the file, 8-12, and save it as Teeth Project. The second step is to use the rectangular marquee tool to make a square selection over the entire mouth. Okay, and step 3 is to click the Edit menu and click Copy Merged. And then step 4 is to paste and name the new layer Square Off Teeth. So Control V will paste the selection, and then I'm going to rename that layer Square Off Teeth. Okay, step 5 is to zoom in, and using the pen tool, draw a path that represents the shape of the top right row of teeth as you would want them to be. And that is seen in figure 92 on the next page. So I'm going to zoom in, Control plus, and hold down the space bar. We'll get my hand tool and I can move it around. Then I'm going to select the pen tool and start clicking and make the shape of the teeth squared off as I would want them to be. So, doing that. Oh, back. I need to get that other tooth. Okay. See. Get that. Okay. So something like that. Then step 6 is to convert the path to a selection with no feather, and then use the clone stamp tool to clone the original teeth into the new shape. So up here in the options bar is one way that you can turn the path into a selection. Just select the path, and then it says make it a selection, so click the selection box, and no feather, click OK, and that turns that path into a selection. Okay, so before cloning, I need to make sure that this square off teeth layer is above the retouching layer here. So I'm going to move that up. And then I have my clone stamp, and I'm just going to hold down the Alt key until I get this little crosshair icon, and select a shade right around where I want to clone, and then let go of the Alt key and then just paint it down. So that's going to take care of that little crack there on that front tooth. And then for this tooth over here, I want to make sure I grab a shade right about there to fill in that space. And then right over here for this tooth, right like that. Okay, and then step 7, use the clone stamp tool, the pencil tool, the sponge tool, or a combination of the 3 to remove the yellow stains between the teeth. And the hint says be sure you don't remove the lines between the teeth. So let's try the sponge tool. And that one is right here. Need to make that brush size smaller. much smaller. And make sure that it's set to desaturate, which it is. And maybe that'll get rid of enough of the yellow here. And then to get rid of some of the gray, actually we need to do all the teeth. So we can release the selection by clicking Control D, and let's get rid of the yellow in all the cracks here. And that turns it into more of a gray, which looks more of like a shadow instead of just a yellow stain. And I think that's pretty good. We could also actually use the dodge tool, which will whiten it. If we wanted to, that's another trick, but you just want to make sure that you don't lighten it too much, because then you might make them look a little unnatural if the teeth are too white. Okay. And then step 8 is to paint out or clone out the bent bottom tooth where it breaks the line between the top row of teeth and the bottom row of teeth. So I'm just going to select with the marquee selection what I want to remove of this tooth here. Just make it a straight line across. And then this area here is what I want to clone out to kind of fix that tooth where it appears to be crooked. And this area, I'm going to use the clone stamp, and I want to clone this, probably this space here. And then just keep holding the Alt key, grabbing that selection, and filling that space in. Control D to remove the selection. Step 9, to use the pen tool and draw a path around the tooth to the right of the original bent tooth, as seen in figure 93. So I think the tooth that I was actually supposed to fix was this one. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. The same thing I did to the other tooth, I'm going to do over here. Just select that top part of the tooth that makes it look like it's crooked, and then use the clone stamp, clone right here, clone again, there. Okay. And then for step 9, with the pen tool, selecting a path around the tooth to the right of the bent tooth, which is going to be this tooth. Okay. Step 10, convert the path to a selection with no feather, and paste a new layer and name the new layer Fix Bottom Row. So convert to selection, no feather. And paste a new layer and name the new layer Fix Bottom Row. So okay, so I'm going to Control C to copy that selection and create a new layer, paste the selection in the new layer and call it Fix Bottom Row. Step 11 says to scale the new tooth slightly and stretch it horizontally so that its left edge aligns with the line between the top two front teeth. Okay, so I'm going to Control T to transform. Okay, I had accidentally clicked on the screen there with my pen tool. Okay, so Control T to transform this new tooth layer, and it says to stretch that left side of the tooth over so it lines up with the middle, the line between the top two teeth. So I pulled that all the way over. And then enter. I think I want to do that. Try that again. Pull that over just a little bit. And then we need to bring that down. Okay. And then it says to use a layer mask to hide any unwanted areas. So I might want to add a mask to this layer by clicking down here. And then with my paintbrush and the black, I want to erase the part of this layer so I can see the line between the teeth. And let's see. I need to soften the edges of my brush. How about that? Just to kind of reveal, and you can reduce the opacity if you need to.